Oh, hi. Clint and Dave here. Just want to talk some superheroes at you. It has been a long time since we've talked superheroes on the channel.
I know, what's up with that?
I think partially I was off doing another show for a couple weeks. You thought you were better than all of us for a little while.
I talked about Dragon Ball Z. They're kind of like superheroes,
That's fair,
right?
That's fair. But we have a very good excuse to today because this issue of Entertainment Weekly hit newsstands this morning. I actually stopped at a newsstand.
I know, it's amazing,
awesome.
isn't it?
The point is, this particular magazine is about the Avengers Age of Ultron coming out next May of 2015.
I'm super excited. I mean, for me, this is like the #1 movie I'm looking forward to in the future.
Right.
I mean, I know there's like Avatar, and there's like a whole lot of other exciting movies, but Age of Ultron is going to be the bomb.
So, a lot of stuff has been leaking out this week. I'm sure you guys have seen all the pictures in here and seen some of the blurbs about what's been going on with Avengers. So we got a lot of great new information. Some of the stuff that we get is some cool information on Ultron.
Yes.
The titular Ultron.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about Ultron a long time. We know, of course, like you said, in the title, it's Ultron. Ultron is this really great AI robot creation. In the comic books, he was created in the 60s by Ant-Man. Hank Pym created him. He gained sentience, he rebelled, and basically in the comic books, he just doesn't like organic life at all. He doesn't like humans. He doesn't like anything. He wants to destroy everything. Exactly.
Based on what's in here, it seems like they're being pretty true to the character's origins in the comic books, outside of the fact that Hank Pym invented him in the comic books, and now it's going to be Tony Stark.
Yeah, now I really love this idea because, you know, it's really smart the way they've been building this universe, because basically the idea is now with the Marvel movies, everyone is kind of in retirement mode, right? You got Captain America running around the world looking for Bucky. All he has to do is go back to that museum he took his costume from. He's right there, bro, okay? There's Iron Man, of course, blowing up all of his, like, suits in the most idiotic romantic gesture in the history of movies.
Yeah. You literally just saved the president with all these suits. Why are you blowing them up?
How'd you do that?
Like, just be cool about it from now on. That's all you need to do.
And also Thor, basically, you know, hung up his hammer so he could get down with Natalie Portman.
I mean, he literally hung up his hammer in his apartment.
He literally hung it up.
That wooden peg is worthy of the power of Mjolnir.
Well, yeah, trees are awesome. Do you ever see the Ents in Lord of the Rings? Anyway, this is not about trees, okay?
It's not about trees.
If it were, we wouldn't be holding up this paper
Guardians
magazine.
Comes out. It's not about trees.
Exactly. Good point. It's certainly about trees.
What are we talking about?
I like that, though. Trees are totally going to be in soon. So they're all in retirement mode. S.H.I.E.L.D. is gone. And now it's time for them all to basically get owned. That's what sequels are all about, right? It's like The Empire Strikes Back. And so basically Tony Stark decides, well, the Avengers aren't around, so I need to find a way to protect the Earth so I can take a break, we all take a break. I know. I'm going to create this awesome AI that can totally be the ultimate drone. Now he's like, listen, I need to make this AI, but I got to make sure people are safe. I'm going to give him a human personality. I know, I'm Tony Stark. I have the biggest ego in the Marvel Universe. I'm going to give him my personality. That's going to be a good idea. And that's why they got James Spader.
I really hope that Robert Downey Jr.'s inner monologue has been James Spader's voice since like Less Than Zero.
Less Than Zero, exactly. I've been wondering about this. Do you think they're gonna do more of like a more just like his voice, like a little bit of like digital undertones? But sometimes they go all out and they sound like ooh, like Transformers.
I feel like they got to do mostly his voice.
That's what
It'll
I feel
be his
like,
voice with just like a touch of reverb or a touch of like machine in it somewhere. But it's gonna be his voice because he's gotta be human to be scary.
Exactly.
You know, we get a little more information on the Vision, just a touch more.
Yeah.
And again, sticking pretty close to the comics origin of the Vision as a creation of Ultron. Ultron.
Yeah.
You know, creating life himself.
Yeah, basically Ultron decided, exactly, he wanted to create life. He also wanted to create Vision to kind of go in there and destroy the Avengers. You know, sort of like how Gargamel created Smurfette in order to destroy the Smurfs. Kind of the same basic idea here.
That is an outstanding you from Ultron to Tony Stark.
Oh, yeah,
like,
totally.
Stealing his boy Jarvis.
I know.
And, like, twisting him around.
I know. Yeah. Joss Whedon did leave a comment that says it's not a coincidence that Paul Bettany is both doing the voice. Yeah, exactly.
So one of the other things that I really like about you know, the information that's coming to light this week is that, you know, the idea that all of the Avengers are worn out.
Yeah.
That they're tired of being heroes and that they're getting a little burnout on the whole being a hero game, which is part of what inspires Tony Stark to give the guys a break, you know, by creating Ultron and his Iron Legion and all that stuff. But the cooler thing about it is, on sort of a macro level, is that like the first Avengers felt like a bunch of puzzle pieces coming together, and then this feels like we're gonna start getting each of these Marvel movies is just gonna be a sequel to the previous Marvel. They're all going to be sequels to each other.
I mean, Guardians will be a little tough to see how it will fit in at first, but I think, you know, they will bring everything in.
Because they're just, every thread that they add to the MCU is all being connected, so now it's just like one continuous movie.
Oh, for sure.
Which is outstanding.
But, you know, this is what's fascinating, though, and this is kind of a bombshell. Not really if you read the comic books, because when you read the comic books, of course, Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch did start off as villains. You know, they were Magneto's, kids, and they were running around, they were being bad, and then became heroes with the X-Men and also the Avengers. So it's not too weird that in the Avengers, they're actually going to start off as villains. They're actually on Team Ultron, as Joss Whedon said. And what's crazy about Scarlet Witch's power is, like, she can get inside your mind and mess with you. She has telekinesis, she can move objects, and she has magic.
Bringing Scarlet Witch in at this point to be sort of a supporting kind of side element that the Avengers have to deal with to introduce the magic just in time for us to move on to the Doctor Strange film that's coming up also. So again, just the way that they're building this is just so much fun.
Oh, I totally agree.
It's just a blast. So a couple other little things that come to light. Obviously, Don Cheadle is in one of the pictures, so we're gonna get Rhodey. Hopefully War Machine as well.
That would be awesome.
Hopefully he ditched the Iron Patriot thing.
I'm so psyched about that. It was so weird. Like I get why he wasn't in the first Avengers, but after a while, it's sort of like everyone was wondering, why are you not in the next one?
I mean, hopefully they deal with Hawkeye.
Yes.
Just a little bit. Why wasn't Hawkeye in Cap 2? Like
that's a good
that's
question.
The most egregious one of these. Like he really should have been around because he's every bit the agent.
Because he would have been the third wheel, bro. You know, it's all about Cap and Black Widow going around.
Hopefully they start to sort of deal with that question because there is that question in every single one of the solo films. It's like, well, where are the rest of the dudes? But the other thing that we get, you know, everybody's been really looking forward to Science Bros. Like, and I love the fact that Bruce and Tony drove away together at the end of the first Avengers, and then there was that little like couch scene at the end of Iron Man 3. So now we're gonna get to see them just sitting around playing in the lab. It looks like, which is gonna be great. So you know there's gonna be some back and forth there while Tony is coming up with Ultron or like tweaking Ultron. Hopefully there's a tiny bit of conflict there about you know, how right or wrong is it to come up with Ultron that starts to brood between Tony and Bruce, which then leads to Bruce getting kicked off planet. But I don't want to go on a Planet Hulk rant again.
Oh, man.
So I won't. Apparently Planet Hulk is going to get rolled into Guardians 2. That's the rumor now.
Yeah.
Which I would be fine with.
That I can see. That I can see.
Well, that's probably enough from us. We've been talking about this for a while. Sorry it took us so long to get back to the superheroes. We won't take as long next time, I promise. But check out the Entertainment Weekly article. Let us know what you think of all of it in the comments down below. And come back next time for more movie news and more superhero stuff on CineFix Now. ScarJo's baby bump. Behind a bar where robots have just opened fire on the Avengers, Mark Ruffalo's Bruce Banner sticks his fingers in his ears and tries to not Hulk out as Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow shoots a pistol in response. Or does she?
Oh!